All right. So I got the recording set up here. Today, just going to do a quick walkthrough of our premium features we've added to Trade Fusion. So, group we've had going for a couple of weeks now, and we've been working on the back end to get a bunch of things added. And just wanted to walk through it and just kind of talk about, our goals, plans in the room. So, here, to really simplify things and kind of highlight what we do here at Trade Fusion. This was kind of one of my favorite days when I thought about the past few weeks of what we'd been doing before we added all these features. And this was the perfect example, was on April 30th. So kind of our idea here for the room is that, the market is just this constant fire hose of information, and we are picking the best things that have given us as traders an edge to kind of analyze data real time as it comes through, and call out trades, have fun while we're doing it, and pull information from all these different sources. This project, Trade Fusion, was our own thing, and we're not pushing or advertising any other services. We have picked the places to pull data from that we found gave us the best edge. And so we're pulling, live news, options activity, dark pools from all kinds of different sources, and using that to give us an edge. So, here on April 30th, when the DEA updated the marijuana classification as a less dangerous drug, OMG's got the news. Bam, the second that headline came out, he's got it in the room, and I am on voice reading flow. We saw them start hitting all these cannabis related stocks, and so I'm reading the flow in the room. We're getting the news out to the room. Again, it's like, we've put a lot of work and created a Discord on the back end, but there's all kinds of Discord fancy shiny things you could do, but really this is a room about us, finding the key pieces of data that we see as moving the market. So OMG took ACB, I got in Tilray. These were both nice movers. We've got a bunch of traders that use scanners, which that was one of the things that we've been back testing and working to add. So, you may notice, B and OMG winner, just some of the most amazing traders on the planet that I've ever seen. And although they may be in different places, different rooms, they're hitting the same stock, sometimes even at the same time. And the reason for that is based on a scanner that they built and we'll be sharing with our members here in the room. So in terms of, that's kind of like the overall of what we like to do as a group here at Trade Fusion. But for some of the things that we have added since we went over to paid, wanted to just kind of walk through our Discord a little bit and show you guys what you will have access to. So we'll have, our trading room that we'll be hanging out in during the day, doing stuff like this, finding the headlines, posting them. And then we each have our mod rooms. So you guys are familiar with that. You see where we post alerts that will pop in the room as well. And then this is kind of the scanners and things that we've added on our own so that we can kind of analyze a ton of different information as it comes through. So one of the pieces we've done is to connect with Trady Ticks. So I'm reading flow often through Blackbox, sharing their information, reading out Darkpool. But we were able to link in bots through Trady Ticks that will pop with alerts in these channels when we see when Trady Ticks notes unusual flow. And these are links you can click to get more info on the particular strike. I'm not going to mess with that right now. But so this is just kind of like a helpful check on, if for some reason I'm not available to read the flow, I have other things that pop up during the day, or I miss something, the flow is just constant. This is a nice backup, and it will give us, premium, ticker, details, strike expiration. So this is just helpful, and then we can kind of cross-reference it with what we're seeing in the charts or what else might be going on. And this is like anything, when you guys see an alert coming through, it's like, take it with a grain of salt. This is not an automatic, buy or sell recommendation, all trading at your own risk. But we really liked these features, these are all different rooms that TradeTix will be giving us alerts on other trade ideas. This bullseye room, these are pretty interesting. So we talked a little bit about AI, wasn't just because all the CEOs are saying it. We have this part of TradeTix built in. So it's got a bot that is going to give us confidence level, expected time frame to play out. That's important, if you're a swing trader, whatever. And then, I'm reading the flow in the room as well. So we kind of have that backup on, what we're seeing out there. So we kind of cross-reference TradeTix with black box stocks. Again, we're not pushing or affiliate, this, you can pick whichever service you want. We're just here to find the data that, we found has an edge. I was doing some back testing this weekend on the scalps, bunch of good trade ideas in here. So it'll give us scalps, and then stock breakouts are all going to be auto-populated across these rooms. So this will be available to all our premium members. So yeah, I mean, and this one I would just kind of highlight again, this isn't just you see something come in and you take it. Especially this is a great example because it's got a ton of NVIDIA's been popping up on this golden sweeps alert very often, and we were coming up next week into NVIDIA's earnings. So it's like you got to take these with a grain of salt. They could be hedging in any direction. I mean, it's just millions at a time sweeping in. So taking all of this with a grain of salt as this stuff comes in. But this is kind of like the TradeTix connection here for flow. The other thing that we'll be using a lot more, we kind of started to get into this over the past few weeks, is I like using TradeTix for gamma on SPX. So that's something that we'll be providing our members live in the room. We can see different positive versus negative gamma areas, territories on the chart. Let's see what else we got in here. We got analyst upgrades, downgrades. We're still kind of this isn't my favorite how they do this one. I would like to see price targets, but OMG is good about calling those out in the morning. And then we got the insider buys. So some of the stuff that we've added through TradeTix. The other one that I've been working on a bunch is that I wanted to share with you guys is Darkpool. So for those of you who have traded with me for a while, you may have, if you don't, I can share this one with you, but this Excel document was something that I created so that at the end of the day, I could just download the alert stream from Black Box Stocks, drop the raw data in, and go ticker by ticker to analyze specific price levels where we saw Darkpool. And this is the Darkpool feed, the raw data from Friday. So just looking at Qs, almost 20% of average 30-day volume came in across all these different price levels. So it's just a total of this column, and then you can see all the different spots where they hit it. So this was one that I find a lot of value in because I'm really focused on the percentage of average 30-day volume, and then I kind of find what area on the chart those repeatedly came in at. But the limitation with this spreadsheet that I had been working off of for the past while was that I would have to go ticker by ticker to just kind of find the data. So I trade a lot of tech. So I would go through mega cap tech, semis. I would go through weird ETFs. I like to use the SQQQ, SPXS. We talk about that a bunch in the room. But still, yeah, I'm going ticker by ticker. So the thing that I've been working on here is a big update to this that I'm really pumped about, which I, again, will be dropping in raw data, and this will be available to the members in our room. At the end of each trading day, you can download the alert stream if you do use Black Box Stocks, or again, if you're trading with us, I'll be posting these reports at the end of each trading day. And basically, this will auto-populate the tickers that got any Darkpool action, the price level, and then what I've been working on is, the key piece of a Darkpool print is the percent of average 30-day volume. I mean, you could tell me that someone, dropped $1 billion into SPY, and I would think, wow, that's a big number, but really doesn't give you any perspective until say, wow, someone, on Friday there was 10.7 billion dropped into SPY, which is 30% of an average 30-day volume. So we had OPEX. We talked on Voice a bunch about how Friday OPEX means a lot of Darkpool. So here, what I'm doing is rather than pull up the SPY in my old spreadsheet here and say, okay, I've got 31% of average 30-day volume on the SPY that came in Darkpool. What this updated spreadsheet, because then it's like, well, am I marking 529.28? Am I marking 528.67? So the new sheet basically in these columns here is going to tell me which price level had the max average max percentage of average 30-day Darkpool, and then I give it a percent above or below that range. So it'll give me one line to mark on the chart, and then I'll label it, the date and the percent of average 30-day Darkpool. And then I'll just have that on the chart that we'll share with, you guys have seen me posting those in the room. And then this report will be something we'll be putting out daily for our members. So let me just click one more time back over to the Discord. These are things that you guys are familiar with. Those have been trading with us for the past few weeks. We've got the news, feed, the Darkpool, so that'll be kind of tying into what we just covered. And I think that kind of covers, what I wanted to talk through on the premium side. OMG, if you're here, I don't know if you have anything that you want to share.
Yeah, hold on a second. I've got something to mention.
Amazing.
All right. Audio working here. All right, you guys can hear me, correct? Right?
Yep, we got you.
Okay. So just to echo what Stonk's saying about going through the stuff that you guys are seeing now that we've gone to a kind of our premium service. So we ultimately we don't just want to act like a copy paste trading service, right? Don't just take the trades that we put out and just copy them, and that's just how you kind of go about your day. But as you guys spend time hanging out with us throughout the day, hopefully you'll be able to kind of learn our different styles of trading, because we're all unique. Stonks might be looking at he reads flow a lot better than I do. B kind of digests and interprets data in her own way, and so do I, based on catalysts and things like that. So just ultimately what I'm trying to say is, instead of being a copy paste trading service, we want you guys to hopefully learn from us, and adapt to your comfort level of how you want to trade. Maybe you might have somebody who you like to navigate towards to see their trading style is better than somebody else's, or whatever your preference is. But it's more for us to kind of work together to kind of explore and learn from each other. And same goes for the tools that we're providing here, like we just mentioned and went through the TradeTix bots. So TradeTix, just consider that as another tool in your tool belt, if you can say. Right. So TradeTix will have their kind of AI algorithms, and it's basically how they interpret data that comes in, and they'll alert us, and that's what's coming in through the channels that you see here. So it's not like we're going to say these each alert is going to be a home run or a knock it out of the park type trade, but certainly learn from it, see how they're kind of bringing those charts out to us, or those alerts out to us. Explore that. You can go and subscribe to TradeTix yourself, but but we're kind of including that as a perk here, so that you can kind of make us kind of like your one-stop shop for all your trading needs and what you guys might be looking for. So just consider that as another tool. Some of the things that I have seen on there through some back testing, and Stonks is doing a lot more back testing than me, but like those bullseye ones are really good. And actually, Stonks, if you can go to the bullseye one and click on one of those links, you can see. No, not that one. The actual link below in the post. That one. It'll take you to the actual bullseye alert, and kind of tells you what the AI confidence is from their algorithm Again, just still do your own due diligence. Don't just assume that this is good. This trade is going to work. Not all trades work, but it's good to see all their insight as to how they interpret that data. So it's another thing that you can use to as a guide. Maybe you like those trades better than what some of us are putting out, or vice versa. So just another thing to keep an eye out as you're navigating through all the different things that we're offering here. The other one I wanted to mention is we've been kind of alluding, and I was teasing the alert scanner that B and I had kind of been working on and been sitting on for like the last almost 3 years probably. It's VBS. Right now, unfortunately, since this is tied to TD Ameritrade's API through that transition to Schwab, it's kind of gotten broken for us. So our development team is working on trying to get that working. Since all that API stuff kind of switched over to Schwab, we've kind of had to work on trying to get that back to working. So hopefully pretty soon, maybe within the week, we'll get that up and running. But it's been kind of my security blanket. If I don't have any trade ideas, I refer to VBS a lot, and it's what it stands for, Volatility Breakout Scanner. And so it basically does a lot of math, but it's just kind of like another scanner screener that you might use, but it's just one that B and I have kind of customized what we kind of look for. And those things that are moving either based on catalysts or based on volume and price action and a bunch of other stuff that we've kind of put together. So hopefully that'll be up and running soon. And then I'll do a video on how to use that and how we take that and make trades off of that scanner. So I think that's going to be a really helpful and a valuable tool that we're offering here. Again, we've that's been kind of our secret for the past 3 years. So hopefully you guys will be able to make use of that. Yeah, so that's about it.
Amazing. Yeah. I mean, super exciting stuff. So, we're going to get this recorded, posted. We got questions rolling in the room. So, I'm going to close out the kind of presentation here, but we'll catch you guys in the room and start, answering questions, make sure we're ready for a good trading week. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you out there in the room.